Hey guys, Dave here from Stress Studios, and today I wanted to share with you my 2 solar dehydrators that I made this week. I made this one first, and after learning about how it worked, I got the idea for this one, which is just 2 sheet pans, 2 small sheet pans, which I got at Walmart for only $1.48 each. So this is a very quick and easy, inexpensive solar dehydrator. And these both reach 140 degrees on an optimal 90-degree sunny day. It was like perfect day. And you can change the, if you didn't want it that hot, you can make more ventilation. But anyway, I'm going to share with you guys exactly how I did both of these. And hopefully maybe they'll help you guys, help somebody out there to make their own solar dehydrator. I think it's great to dehydrate foods, especially when you have a nice harvest and you want to save some of that for later. And also, I just love the way dehydrated food tastes. The flavors are just so magnified. But in the summertime, when I have all this extra food, I really don't want to be using the dehydrator inside because it adds to the heat and, of course, the electricity costs. So I'm trying to learn ways and figure out ways to do it where I can save some money and still dry a lot of food and use the natural things that we have around us, the natural resources of the sun. So we'll get right into it, and I'll show you guys how these are made and how they work and what I made in them.
Hey guys, I wanted to show you this solar dehydrator experiment that I did based on a design, loosely based on a design that I saw on YouTube, and made out of all the stuff I had laying around. So it's early yet, so the sun hasn't really come up. It's only like 8, a little bit after 8 this morning. So I'm waiting for the coffee. Once I get the coffee made, the sun should be up. I got this out here, and the sun should be on it soon. I'm going to try to find a thermometer to stick in here and see what kind of temps I get. But I thought I'd show you guys what I have. So this is basically an old window that I had, and I put sheet aluminum on the back of this that I painted black on the window side, so when the sun comes in it'll heat up that window, and then that faces down and radiates the heat against my screened area, which is here. Unfortunately, I had to put in the center support because I just had this wire fence and it wasn't sturdy enough to go across all the way without sagging. But I have channel here for ventilation. It's 3/4 of an inch down here, and there's 3/4 of an inch on the top. And my idea is that after I load it up, I'll put this 2x3 here under the top side to elevate it slightly and help the heat rise up through this channel, these 2 channels. And I'm going to try it out. We have a lot of little excuse me, cherry tomatoes, so I'm going to try it out with the cherry tomatoes today. Well, here we go, guys. We're getting it loaded up. I ran out of the cherry tomatoes. There's a few more in there, but my wife is going to pick some more, and we're going to finish loading this thing up. I'm hoping it gets hot enough. I only had this set up in it was only like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was only getting 90 degrees on here. But it wasn't really sunny, and I only gave it 10 minutes, so I figured I'd take a chance and load it up because it's going to be hot today. So I think I'm going to get up into 120 or so in here. We'll see. I'll show you guys what I get on there in a few hours once we get around noon. Okay guys, it's all loaded up. I'll give you one final look. So we'll come back and we'll look at it in a few hours. We'll look at that temperature. Okay, so it's been a couple hours, guys, since I reduced the inflow intake by about half, so about 3/8 of an inch of a slit up in the front. And now I'm getting, we got about 130 on here now. Got a little. So guys, my solar dehydrator here was the prototype that I made this one, and then I got the idea for the other thing. But what I found with this one is it's working pretty good. It's going about, you know, it's getting up to about 130, 135, maybe 140 tops at about, you know, 230, and that's on a 90-degree day. So but the thing that I'm finding is the fruit that's on the high side, where the heat is exiting, is getting dry up in this portion much more than this portion. So all I did was take the 2x4 that I elevated the other side with and move it over to this side. So it doesn't really matter. So you just make, you know, switch it from one side to the other. So to elevate this side, and then later on elevate that side. And that should take care of that problem. But what I found out was, by my little sheet pan experiment here, two little $1.48 cookie sheet pans from Walmart, and I clipped them together with some of those office binder clips, and I left a little gap here, and so there's obviously a little gap on this side where the air comes in, and I put a little piece of wood under there, so we got one side a little higher than the other. So the air will come in on the lower side and go out on the upper side. And this would work probably much better if the pans were orientated the long way, but I have this funny lip here which prevents me from doing it. It's not a square lip, you know, you have this rounded handle part. But so I think this could be definitely worth doing, because my temps in this situation was 140 in this thing, so the same temps as I get out of that big heavy thing that I get with these two sheet pans, that all you got to do is clamp two sheet pans together. These are already kind of black, they're non-stick, and you may even be able to find a little rack that fits in there to dry your stuff on. So I really like this idea for a really quick and easy solar dehydrator that you may even already have. And if not, you can get these pans were $1.48 each, so they're pretty small. They're like 17 by, I don't know what it is, a foot or something. So they're small, and I just did one apple in there today, so it fit one apple. Probably cut it a little too thick. But anyway, guys, I really think that this might be a good way to go. So just get some sheet pans, you know, these little sheet pans, and if they're not black, you can paint. Just the top one has to be black, the bottom one doesn't have to be black, and clip them together so that you can maintain the vent. I left it just about 3/16 of an inch, but you can experiment with that. The more airflow, the cooler it'll probably run, and the less airflow, the hotter, but you got to let that moisture's got to be able to come out too, so you need some good airflow. But like I say, if you can get bigger pans and they're square all the way around, they don't have this rounded part, and then you can orientate them so that the gap is at the top, and you could really elevate the top a lot more than this way. So I think that's the way to go. Okay, so one more little check on the little dehydrator, solar dehydrator here. We're almost at 140 now. Wow. So we got 140 in the cookie sheet dehydrator. Those are just two $1.48 cookie sheet pans. And I made a little wire tray to go in there, but it'd be better if I could have found a little baking tray that fit in there. But anyway, it looks like it's going to work okay. Okay, so I didn't look in here at all today. But yeah, they look, you know, they're almost like little raisins now. So they should be ready. Yeah, most of them are ready. But I want to show you guys how nice most of these, you can see, they turn into almost like little raisin-like things. And those are really great. You know, I'll just take them and keep them in a mason jar. And they stay good for a long time. In fact, we had some over a year that we were eating. And these slices, the same thing. Sometimes I just eat them as a snack. Anyway, guys, let's look at the apple slices in the baking sheet dehydrators. Okay. This thing can be very hot, so if you do make one, be careful about touching the pan. Right now, it's like almost 5 o'clock, so yeah, they're ready. Those are, you can see how they're nice and stiff, and they'll stiffen up even a little more after you. But I'm going to bring these in, and my wife and I will snack on these. I know she loved these. And so the baking sheet thing does a good, you know, it does a good job. I'm definitely gonna use this again. Maybe I'll find some bigger sheet pans. Okay, guys, let's go offer my wife some of these apple chips. Hey, honey, you want a dehydrated apple chip? Take the tray.
Oh, ooh, the tray's nice and warm and wonderful.
She said they were like apple pie. Aren't they good? I gotta have one too. I was eating little cherry tomatoes that weren't quite ready.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So it only fit one apple in there, and that's, after it's dried up, that's about how much space it has. I could have probably fit a little bit more in there.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps somebody out there to make their own. And if you did make one and you had success with it, please leave a comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys did, and maybe someone improve upon my design, or you know, or just enjoyed making and dehydrating some foods. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go for now. I wish you all well. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.